All right, Doodle, we're live. So be on your best behavior. In other words, don't pick on me. Oh, goodness. There we are. Yay. Say hey, Doodle. Say hey to everybody. I'll peel this off. Say hey to everybody. Hello, everybody. Where did my string go? Man, I have got to get. All right, this. I don't know what's going on today. My computer is using a ton of resources, and I have no idea why. So this may slow. Wow. Welcome to the Doodle verse. Nice. We got Steven, we got Jeanette, we got Marilyn, we got Ryan, we got everybody. We got Doodle. So hello, everybody. So the stream may end up being choppy. I'm watching it's being very choppy. My computer is running slow. I would say I've got to get another one, but I just dropped over $4,000 on my truck, so a new computer may or may not be in the budget. But yeah, this thing's. How was my week? It was good. I finally got done with all the nighttime work. So, man, I'm watching this video. It is choppy. This is crazy. This is not good. I don't know why this thing's running the way it is. I'm showing 70% CPU usage. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of, $4,000, $4,300 was a little bit unexpected. It's not too bad for me. Okay, so I mean, let me know because on my end, it's being real choppy. It's pausing, it's locking up, it's doing all kind of stuff. Because I think I'd mentioned before how it usually runs about 50% CPU and 80% right now. Yeah, something is eating up my my computer. We can see Miss Rosie. It's not bad. Okay, cool. So, all right. So apparently, maybe it's just on my end. That's do you have an old laptop? Programs use so much memory these days, like 1 gigabyte just for an internet browser. Yeah, I bought it back in 21 as a refurb. So I would imagine, I guess it's probably a 2019 or a 2020 model. I mean, it's got 8 gigs of RAM, which by today's standard is not a whole lot. So, but yeah, let me know how it goes. I mean, I can tolerate it on my end because I know what's going on. But 84% CPU usage. This is crazy. This is nuts. Huh. Alrighty. We'll keep trying. We'll keep at it. Now, we are going to have a little bit of a couple of special guests. I'll go ahead and put them up. So I've got a little video of Sasha. she has this thing where I guess as she gets really relaxed, she's really content, she doesn't put her tongue all the way back in her mouth. She leaves it sticking out, and I got a video of her the other day. I want to run that. I want to run that for you. So let's watch.
Hey, baby. Is your little tongue sticking out?
Her tongue sticking.
Love you, Sasha.
She keeps it hanging out there. Let me just stick my tongue out.
Hey, baby. Is your little tongue sticking out?
She's just happy as the baby.
Love you, Sasha.
Got my little tongue sticking out.
Hey, baby. Is your little tongue sticking out?
There's Sasha.
Love you, Sasha.
Yeah, I had just fed her the other day, and
Hey, baby. Is your little tongue sticking out?
she was just sitting there with her tongue sticking out. And I'm like, oh, let me see if she'll keep her tongue sticking out long enough to
Love you,
get
Sasha.
a video, and sure enough, she did. So that was Sasha, and then mentioned that big-headed Tom that comes around every now and again. I named him Sebastian. He looked kind of like a Sebastian, and this is him.
Hey,
He came by one
where
day,
is it, dude?
just chilling out. But his head's
Hey.
bigger than the rest of his body.
Where is it, dude?
Yeah, with the tongue
Hey.
sticking out. Yeah.
Where is it, dude?
But yeah, that's.
Hey,
I just figured out.
Where
like,
is it, dude?
What he looks like. I'm like, okay, you look like a Sebastian.
hey,
So that became his
where
name.
is it, dude? Hey, where is it, dude? Hey, where is it, dude?
There we go, Sebastian. I figured I'd get some video of the two of them, since I talk about them, but I don't get to catch them on. Well, I mean, I can catch Sasha pretty much any time I want. She's always hanging around. Sebastian, yes, he is a handsome boy. Yeah, he's got almost a sorrowful meow. Meow. Guys, it just now popping up with. See, it's been a good bit. And this video, something's going. Okay, so on my end, so y'all have already seen him because you're commenting on the dark fur and his meow. On my end, what I'm getting, this is how far behind, how bad the lag is. What I'm watching on my browser, the video of Sasha is just now coming up. So what I'm seeing is literally probably a minute and a half behind what the rest of the world is seeing. The meows are so different from males and females. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you for showing them to us. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. I just figured, is he, Ryan asked, is he black or gray? He's gray, solid gray, and there's no deviation in color. He's very, very pretty. I would say I'll get try to get a video of him during the day, but I mean, about the only time I see him is at night. He rarely comes by during the day. There's been maybe twice I've seen him here during the day. It does feel strange. I have a laptop about that old and it's fine. Yeah, I mean, I've tried running I've run the disk cleanup and the defrag, and I guess I've just got to delete a bunch of stuff off of it and just clean up space, because like I said before, I mean, the video, like I said, y'all have already, okay, so the video of Sebastian just now went away. So y'all have already seen it, and it's just now going away on my screen. But like I said before, it's just a progression where I'm I was running 45, 50, 55% CPU usage, and now it's 70, 75, 80. A while ago it was up to 84. So I mean, it's just running so far behind. Gray cats remind me of that Shiba cat food brand. Yeah, true. Jeanette says she loves the Grabies. Never heard him called that. I like that, Grabies. But yeah, he's beautiful. He's like, what is it? It was a cat that we had. It was actually my wife's cat when I was married. What was her name? Not Athena. That was the other one. Pegasus. Pegasus was the cat's name. She was solid gray, beautiful cat. She was a Russian blue, I think is what she was. But he may be the same thing. He's just a solid gray. And he seems to be doing better. When he first started coming around, he had all kind of scars on his head, I guess from fighting and things like that. But I hadn't seen too many scars on his head here recently. But yeah, I gotta figure this computer thing out, because man, this is killing me. Yeah, I was trying to figure out I just looked at him and like, what do you look like? And that was just the first thing that popped in my head, Sebastian. He looks very distinguished, so okay, you are Sebastian. You don't care, do you? You don't even know him. You have a brother and a sister that you don't even know. When I said brother and sister, she gave me the death stare. She's still doing it. I love you. I think she may know what brother and sister mean. Hey, Noodle. She's not happy. What are you unhappy about? What are you unhappy about this time? Oh, guess what this little thing did? And it was actually last week, right about the time the show was wrapping up. Remember, I think I was talking about how she, had gone behind my drums and she, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. While I was wrapping up, remember, because it was last week, I think it was toward the end of the show, she got down, she went to get something to eat. So when I left it up, for everybody to say their toodles to everybody, she was not on the sofa. The reason she wasn't on the sofa was I had a pile of clothes back here that I had separated, that I was doing laundry. I was getting ready to put another load in the washer when the show was over. And when the show was over, I go walking back there, and she was peeing on my jeans. I was like, what are you doing? So yeah, she got in trouble. So while I was wrapping up the show, she was right behind the sofa peeing on my clothes. Weren't you? Weren't you, Rosie? Yeah, so those clothes got washed about 3 times in a row with hot water. Yeah. Yeah, so while I was singing her praises that, maybe it was just a one-off that she peed behind my drums and she hadn't done it again. And while I'm singing her praises, she's right behind the sofa peeing on my clothes. Yeah. Not Rosie. Yes, Rosie. Yes, Rosie. This one right here. This little midget right here. She got told that she was a bad girl. And never a dull moment with the doodle, exactly. Well, I appreciate that Jeanette, but it's, I guess it's part of owning a cat. I mean, I've never had a cat that at some point didn't do something like that. I mean, for one reason or another, whether it was they were sick, maybe had a UTI, maybe they were mad at me for something. I remember when I was, how old was I? Like 18, 19 years old. I had a male cat that, I guess in his head, he and I were fighting for the alpha position. We were fighting for, I wasn't fighting for nothing over the cat. But apparently in his head, we were in competition or something. I don't know. But there for a while, he went through a phase where he wouldn't pee on anything but my clothes. Like he peed on a sport coat that I had. And then one day, I took a load of clothes out of the dryer, put them on the love seat, went back in the laundry room to swap the stuff that was in the washer into the dryer. Then I was going to come fold what was on the love seat. And I think it was like towels and t-shirts and socks and things like that. I come back in the living room and here is the cat perched right on top of this mound of nice, clean, warm clothes, looking right at me with his ears laid back, peeing. Almost like he was daring me to do something to him. And of course I yelled and tried to grab him and he took off running almost. I mean, he was a little something special. But that's what I say, I've had cats more or less all my life, and at some point, for whatever reason, again, whether they're sick, they have a UTI, or they're, whatever reason, for some reason cats will, at various times, whether it's a one-off, once a year, or once every 2 years, or twice a week, whatever, they will go off script and just find different places to pee. And it's just like, I mean, I've never, ever had a cat that didn't do that at least once, every now and again. I don't think I've ever had a cat that, I've had cats that I could rely on going to the litter box 99.9% of the time, but it's like having a dog. I mean, every now and again, the dog's gonna have an accident, whether they get left inside too long or something, I don't know. Whatever. But no, I'm keeping an extra close watch on her now. I came in here the other day and she was sleeping, and I just looked around like, all right, where'd you pee? Where'd you pee? She peed in the litter box, but I was like, okay, Yes, I'm telling on you. Because you were a bad girl last week. Peed on my clothes. Peed on my pants. Yeah, oh yeah, the males are especially bad about it. For some reason, they feel like they have to mark their territory. They have to do, it's like, why? Sasha may be missing teeth, and that's why her tongue sticks out. Oh, I'll see if that's a good thought. I'll see if I can check. I know that she's, with her being a feral, she's good about letting me pet her, and she's good about letting me pick her up and put her on the table where the food is. But the other night I was sitting outside just relaxing for a little bit, and she was laying on the concrete next to my chair, and I thought, let's see if she'll let me pick her up. And she let me pick her up. I picked her up and put her in my lap, and as soon as she got in my lap, it was like panic set in, and she jumped off and ran about 5 feet away from me and turned around and looked at me like I had just tried to eat her. And I was like, man. So I was like, okay. So she may or may not be good with me trying to check her teeth. I may have to do it stealthily, like try to catch her while she's chewing or something, see if she's missing any teeth. But that's a possibility. Ryan said maybe she's a rugged outdoor girl. Yeah, she is rugged. She's always on alert. She's even when I'm petting her and she's relaxed, she may hear something that I don't hear, and she'll perk up and focus in that direction, like what's going on. So Ryan said his cat, she's fine. She's just sick sometimes. I think she eats too much in one go. Oh. They tend to do that, Ryan. Don't you? You do that, and then you go shake yourself up, falling all over the place. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. I'm tired. Getting my schedule turned back around to being normal has been a lot harder than I thought it would be. I'm not getting a full 8 hours sleep yet, but at least I'm somewhat back to normal. You're not up for doing much, are you, Doodle? Oh my goodness, pardon me. That's very rude of me on a live stream just to open my head up and yawn. Really can't believe it's already June. Yeah, no kidding. Well, you're up north, so June for you was, what is it? Like in the 60s, 70s? I didn't even check. I think that here it's getting up into the close to 90s. I don't think it's that hot today, but hope you do get your sleep back. Yeah, me too. Yeah, we're up in the high 80s. Love not what I say, late 80s. Yeah, I miss the 80s. The high 80s, low 90s already. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun summer. But at least I got the air conditioning fixed in my truck. Thank God. I didn't realize how nice it was. 66 in Brooklyn. Oh my God, perfect. See, I can deal with 66, 65 to 70, 70 to 80 is even better. But we get, what are you doing there? Flapjack? Yeah, we'll be up in the triple digits before too long. 84 here. What are we? 40–50% CPU usage. Let's see here. Let's see what we are. This will probably take, we're 88. So not too bad today. What are you doing, Rosie? Meow, don't stop. She's gotten where she's scratching her ears really hard. Ryan, thank you. Her name is Spice. Oh wow, that's a cute name. Ryan says about 60 where he is. Where are you going? Oh God, here we go. Are you going off the back of the sofa? Come here. Come here. Come here. Hang on, dude. You got something on you. Yes, I know. Meow. Rat. What did I say? Apparently it's the high humidity already. I hate. Oh yeah, the humidity here, Houston, Maryland is atrocious. What's that? The bean dip. Kisses. One for Jeanette, one for Ryan, one for Marilyn, one for Steven, and one for me. How about your front beans? You're gonna do front beans today? No, no front beans. Meow. Come on, brat. Meow. Meow. What? No, not move play. Always splayed beans. Oh yeah. Yes. No. Be careful. You're gonna cut yourself. You good? Meow. What? Rosie Doodle, exactly. Oh, goodness. Where am I? See, what I'm seeing, I'm not even, I'm not even on the screen. Is this when I went in the kitchen? Apparently. So yeah, I'm like 2 minutes behind. This is crazy. This is, okay, this is so weird. So what I'm seeing on my screen, I'm just now seeing the beans. I'm just now seeing the beans. See, but it's already gone out, so y'all have already seen it. I don't know why there's such a delay on my end. Because I'm watching the live stream. This is just weird. This is just strange. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Ryan. It's okay on y'all's end. Y'all are apparently getting the live stream as it's happening. But I'm like a 2 minute delay, and it's all jumpy on mine. I mean, I'm glad that it's working good for y'all. But I would just think that it would be the same since it's going through the YouTube server. I would just think that it would go out the same to everybody, but apparently not. Yeah, Jeanette, Marilyn, Ryan, everybody says it's good. Is my truck okay? Yeah, truck is good. Last week I ended up apparently finishing the repairs that I paid a bunch of money for. Because when I got it back, there was a noise that I heard on the front driver's side, and last Saturday evening, I discovered that they had not attached the sway bar to the control arms, so that was not good. But they weren't going to be open until Tuesday, and I had to work Monday. So last Sunday after the show, I went and bought some bolts. Actually, I bought the bolts Saturday, and climbed under my truck and attached the sway bar to the control arms. So I finished the repair work that I paid them $4,000+ for. Ryan says my laptop wants a vacation. Apparently, because it gets used for everything. It gets used for work. It gets used for everything. That may be one reason it's going slower now, because I've got so many files on it. There's so much memory being eaten up. But I think there's still a good bit left. There's a lot more being used now than there used to be. I guess I need to transfer a bunch of stuff to an external drive, just to clear up the hard drive. Need to move things off the laptop itself. But, oh well. That's not a problem I'm going to solve mid live stream. Hey, Doodle. All right, I think she's about done. I gotta get some stuff done. So expensive. Yeah. I was looking at replacing it, and it was going to be $1,100-$1,200 for a good computer to do live streams and whatnot. So, and again, that was something that may have been an option before the money for my truck went flying out the window. So, but it is what it is. That's life. And problem comes up, you just, much as it may pain you sometimes, you just have to deal with it. I've tried doing the whole hide from my problems before, and every time I do, I stick my head back out into the world, and my problems are just sitting there having a cup of coffee and a cigarette. They've been waiting on me, and they brought friends, so I got new problems. They're like, "Hey, Scott, we missed you. We thought you'd handle us by now, but hey, we brought a couple buddies along while we were waiting on you." I was like, "Great." So, yeah, you're falling asleep. Anytime we can get to see the doodle, it's a good day. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The doodle makes everybody's day better. That's her special gift. Everything seems so much more expensive in the U.S. But I think it's everywhere. I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I mean it's pretty much everywhere. I mean, from what I understand, Ryan, the UK is not terribly cheap these days. So I think it's just everywhere. That's because it probably is wrong. Yeah, Jeanette's right. But no, it's yeah. I mean, you're right, Ryan. But like I said, I think that everywhere, unless you go to a third world country, any first world country, prices have just skyrocketed for various reasons. So, but all we can do is, oh, pardon me. Yes, I know. No, I wasn't meowing. I was yawning. These are challenging times for sure. Oh yeah. Yep. It's everywhere probably. So, UK isn't great either. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everything's just. What was it? I saw a thing on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Facebook. Been several months ago, but it showed a picture of a house, and it was just a little modest, little one-story house, and it said something about this house in 1991 was like $110,000, and minimum wage was $7.25 or $7.50, and then it showed the same house, and to 2024, this house is $400 and something thousand, and minimum wage is $7.50. So, yeah, prices have not stayed consistent with earnings, and that makes it so much harder for people to pay bills, not just pay bills, but pay bills and have something left over. It used to be that you could pay your bills and count on having something left over, even if it's $150, $200. But now, not only are a lot of people finishing out the month with $0 left over, but they're having to use credit cards and whatnot uh, to make up the monthly deficit. You know, if their bills are $6,000 and they only bring in $5,500, then guess what? That 500 goes on a credit card. So yeah, like Marilyn said, these are challenging times. So but it's like anything else, you know. Sometimes it has to get worse before it gets better. You know, and that's what a lot of people don't really want to face. I don't want to face that, but at the same time, as long as there's a plan for it to be better at some point, then you know that's fine. I don't mind taking one step back to take two forward. I don't want to take two backwards to take one forward. Yes, house prices are crazy. Oh yeah, housing prices are absolutely insane, which is a good thing if you're looking to sell a house, but as history has shown, when any sector has overinflated houses, whether it's energy or housing, you know, anytime there's overinflated prices in anything, then at some point that bubble is going to burst, and that's when you have problems. It boggles the mind how a few bricks can cost that much. Yeah, well, I mean, it's. I mean, look at it like this. It was it was June, June of 2020, a 9-foot 2x4, a 9-foot 2x4 stud, so two by four stud that's 104 5/8 inches long. I could buy those all day long at Home Depot. They were, I think, $2.67. This was June of 2020. By March or April of 2021, they were almost $12. Now, when you start talking about building a house, and let's say that first floor of a house has an average of 800 studs at $3 a piece, that's $3,300 roughly. I'm sorry, that's $2,400 roughly, a little bit less than. But now you make those same studs $12 a piece, times 800, you're talking about $9,600, almost $10,000 versus, so you know, now you put that same inflation rate into the plywood, into the house wrap, into the foundation, into the plumbing, the electrical, the heating and air, the you know, the whole 9 yards, you know, the bricks, the roofing, the insulation, the sheetrock, the paint, you know, you factor that same inflation into everything, and then the fact that energy prices go up, gas prices go up, when it costs more for me to drive to a job site, then I have to charge more to do the work. If I charge if gas is $2 a gallon, and I'm going to travel somewhere and charge $400 to paint somebody's living room, but then gas goes up to $4 a gallon, that $400 paint job may have just become $500 because I need that extra $100 just to cover the cost of my gas. So that's just the way everything just builds and builds and builds and builds, and I mean it's nuts. So yeah, prices for Jeanette's like, I did not know that. Prices have come down for the 2x4 by 8 foot by or any of them really, but they're still not what they were, and will probably never be again. You know, instead of, I think they were like $2.67 back in summer of 2020. I think they're down to, I think they're down like $7 a piece, $7 a piece. That's still double, almost triple what they were. Not to change the subject, but a perfect loaf has appeared. Yes. Yeah, see, the perfect loaf is here. What I'm seeing on my screen is when she was bathing her leg prior to the perfect loaf. But yeah, good subject change. Somehow I had, somehow I'd gotten off on one of my tangents. I had followed some rabbit hole. Next thing you know, we were probably going to be talking about, trees or something. Who knows? Who knows with me? Thank you for getting me back on track, Jeanette. Hey, Rosie, just in case you were not aware, this is a cat show, not a construction show. You don't care, do you? What is that? You gonna investigate it? Meow. Is it okay? Is it safe? Okay, good deal. Thank you. Thank you for checking on it for me. Thank you for making sure we were safe. Meow. 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 What, baby? Nope. You went backwards. Meow. There you go. Get yourself straightened up. Okay. We have to bathe now. Got a thumbs up from the doodle. Nice. I would put that on a fishing line, but that's the last thing she needs to get hit with, a plastic bottle. They love you, Rosie. Everybody loves the Rosie. I did come up with that I loved Rosie, but I did have to evaluate it for a moment when I was literally watching her pee on my clothes last week. Didn't you? I walked around when I said, okay, everybody say your toodles to everybody, blah, 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 blah. I literally walked around there and she's laying there, just peeing on my clothes. Meow, what? She's like, would you quit telling on me? Would you quit telling that story? Just get over it, Dad. All right. All right, Doodle. I think we're going to call it a day. I think we're going to call it a show. does put a lot into her meows. She puts a lot of emotion into them. See, yeah. What? That one was sad. Why are you sad? Are you sad? Wait a minute. All right. This thing is getting worse. I think what I'm watching on my screen, I think I'm actually like 3 or 4 minutes behind. The longer this thing goes, the farther behind it gets. This is weird. What am I using? 40%. Yeah, I think sometime this week I've got to make it my mission to clean this hard drive out. All right, say toodles doodle. Say toodles doodle. Meow, meow, meow. 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 What, mate? Meow what, sweetie? Talking back to daddy, yeah, exactly. That's pretty much it, Marilyn. Meow. She will talk to you. Meow. That easy, easy. Keep doing that, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to break out the Q-tips. She hates it when I break out the Q-tips and clean her ears out. Easy. Is that better? Meow. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. Tell everybody toodles doodle. Say toodles doodle. Yeah. There we go. Close enough. All right, I'm gonna leave it up for a few minutes. Let everybody say their toodles to everybody. I hope everybody has a wonderful, productive, happy week. And yeah, we will reconvene next week. We'll reconvene a week from today at 2 o'clock. A las 2. A las 2 en la tarde. ¿Sí? Same here, no Q-tips. Yeah. Yeah, she hates it when I break out the Q-tips. All right. Well, everybody, be sure and leave a like, and I will see y'all next week. Toodles and good wishes to everyone for a safe and happy week, says Marilyn. Thank you very much, everybody. Steven says Toodles Rosie. Jeanette says Toodles Doodles. So Toodles, everybody. All right. I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a good, safe week, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Toodles.